Hello everyone, there is a world with gods and higher dimensional beings. I'm Zachary Chang. Today, let's talk about what to do when you have bad dreams and can't sleep well. Do you often experience poor sleep quality and nightmares? If you are troubled by nightmares and can't find a solution, then you are very lucky to watch this video today. Because I'm going to tell you how to relieve this kind of trouble. And I will tell you a foolproof method. What method is it? It's chanting. Who is she? She is 6 words. It's the 6-syllable mantra. But just chanting these 6 words may not be very useful, because there are some secrets here. You believe many people have encountered the 6-syllable mantra before, but after practicing, they found it seems to have little effect, at least not much help for sleep. That's because no one told you. No master told you the mystery behind it. Below, let me reveal the hidden secret. To everyone for free. Let's get straight to the point. First, the pronunciation of the last word of these 6 words is the key to the whole 6-syllable mantra. That's the last word, hum. This hum must be the kind that rushes from the throat to the mouth and nose, the deep bass. Everyone pay attention. This hum should go from the lower abdomen to the chest cavity, then burst out from the throat, hum. This is Om Mani Padme, hum. This hum is the key to the whole mantra. Second is to learn to install programs. This installation of programs is a metaphor, it's actually an idea. Tell your brain in advance what I'm going to do. Because you have nightmares, the so-called nightmares must be in the dream. So when you're in a dream, how do you chant the mantra? So, before you sleep, you must do 2 things first. First, tell yourself, once you have a nightmare, just chant this 6-syllable mantra, these 6 words. Second, before going to bed, start silently chanting these 6 words. Especially when chanting hum, the throat needs to move. Make this sound. Let me demonstrate for you, from soft to silent chanting. Finally, silent chanting. So like this, after you fall asleep, in your dream, you will naturally chant these 6 words repeatedly. And your chanting voice will become stronger and stronger, and you will feel yourself chanting in your dream. The voice is loud, hum. So, when you keep chanting in your dream, that kind of nightmare will dissipate. Those monsters chasing after you, fierce beasts, or the feeling of being pressed by ghosts, will all disappear with your continuous chanting. In the end, they will vanish without a trace. So generally, you won't be startled awake. You will continue to enter the sleep state. Until you wake up the next day, you will only vaguely remember, I seem to have had some bad dreams yesterday, and I chanted this mantra. Because we need to know about nightmares Its formation is mainly due to two reasons. One is within your body, the problems generated by the body's own organization system, such as various diseases, including various chronic diseases, various psychological illnesses, which lead to the blockage of the body's own tissue. The second is external interference. We must know that in our current space, more than 80% of it is dark matter. We can't see them, but they can see us. We or they have always existed. So these negative substances will cause more interference to people. Especially when you go to a strange place, this kind of interference will be more obvious. The most typical is that you may have trouble sleeping, have a lot of nightmares, and feel especially tired the next day after waking up. These are experiences everyone has had through chanting this mantra. This mantra, it is actually a sound wave and a wave of thought. So these waves, it will connect our body cells and tissues, and the negative substances in the outside world, through vibration, send out harmonious and coexisting information streams with them. About chanting mantras, generating this wave of thought, are these useful? Is it a kind of superstition? This has been confirmed by modern science. Scientists at the University of Missouri have conducted detailed research on chanting mantras and brain responses. They found when testers silently chant different mantras, at the same time, use a superconducting magnetometer that does not touch the tester's body to observe the tester's brain magnetic field of brain waves. When the tester silently chants the Buddhist mantra, the superconducting magnetometer can detect the brainwave chart. They conducted tests on 27 different mantras, which included the 6-syllable mantra. They obtained 27 different brain magnetic maps. Of course, these brain magnetic maps, it doesn't exist when you don't chant the mantra. This experiment also proves the power of the mantra not only comes from the sound waves generated by chanting. When we silently chant, thoughts can also generate strong magnetic fields. This field and its specific. Its frequency is about 6.8 to 7.5 Hz. This is very specific, it can be measured. And this frequency is very close to the frequency of the magnetic field formed by the Earth and the ionosphere. The frequency of the Earth's magnetic field is 7.5 to 8 Hz. So when this frequency resonates, it can penetrate almost all substances, all the substances we currently know. So the thought waves generated by chanting mantras, it's not a psychological suggestion, not to mention a comforting therapy. The 6-syllable mantra is a mantra that ordinary people can chant, because some mantras cannot be chanted casually. That requires the teacher to personally transmit it, especially many Taoist symbols and mantras cannot be used casually. But there is no problem with chanting this 6-syllable mantra casually. In fact, like many people, I have been in contact with the 6-syllable mantra early on. However, when I truly understood the 6-syllable mantra, that was in Tibet, at Pabanka in Lhasa. The 6-syllable mantra. These 6 words first appeared here because the source of this mantra is ancient. It was only passed down orally between teachers and disciples. Because there were no characters at that time, it was not until the Tubal dynasty of King Songtsen Gampo that Tibetan was invented. This is also after the invention of Tibetan, the first inscribed stone monument. Now this monument still in Pabanka in Lhasa. Pabanka means giant stone palace. More than 10 years ago, you came here. I not only got to know the true 6-syllable mantra here, and saw my teacher, living Buddha Zhangpa Tuden. I can still feel it now. When he touched my head, the warmth and peace of mind of the head. Because the living Buddha can understand what I say. But he doesn't speak Chinese very well. So in Pabanka, in subsequent exchanges, It was conducted by his senior disciple Ku Yin San Qo and me. I remember when I was about to leave, I asked the living Buddha, "Can I take some photos?" Living Buddha Zhongba Tulun said to me, "You are my disciple. You can take them casually." At that time, he was sitting cross-legged on his throne. I also sat cross-legged in front of him, and he gave me the white hada. At that time, that kind of feeling, it's really not just that kind of intimacy. Kindness can be described. More than 10 years have passed in a flash. I now live abroad all year round. I don't know when I can return to Lhasa again. So, today, everyone who can hear this 6-syllable mantra, here, are people with extraordinary blessings. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you all.